Welcome back, YouTube. We are back with another trailer. This time, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I'm not deep into this lore. I'm like an outsider looking in. I've seen the first movie. I didn't mind it. It wasn't. I like it. It wasn't like jump scare after jump scare after jump scare. It was kind of eerie, kind of weird, and then I like how like kind of not too serious. It didn't seem too serious, even though like the subject matter was crazy. Learning about how the I forgot what they're called, the animatronics came to be was wild. Shaggy was in it, Matthew, um, which was crazy, and the other guy, the Josh guy, who's from like I've seen him in so many movies, I can't pinpoint one. Um, oh, it's popular franchise. And come on, Hunger Games. Hunger Games. That one. Oh, Bridge to Terabithia. That's another classic. I loved. Dude, I used to watch a lot of his movies when he was like younger, man. That's anyway. But like I said, I didn't mind the movie. The MatPat scene was props to him, man, getting recognized, put in a movie about like a game franchise that he's made so many theories on was I felt proud, man. I felt proud, even though like I'm not like a MatPat fan like that. Like I'm not like crazy, like oh my god, it's MatPat. I was just like, damn, it's the YouTube theory guy. It was kind of cringe though. I'm pretty sure he did say that's a theory or or something like that. In I, I I might be misremembering. Please correct me if I'm completely wrong, but like I do remember him saying that and me feeling like this is the cringiest thing in the world. But anyways, before we get started with this trailer, if you want to suggest anything to me, like other trailers, maybe other videos on YouTube, compilations, playlists, anything like that, consider joining my Discord, which is in the description down below. And while you're down there, please consider subscribing if you're a new viewer or returning one and haven't subscribed yet. I would love to reach 500 subs by the end of Christmas. Let's go. Not gonna lie, it's hard
Are
to
you ready for
try and
another
remember all
night
of
at
that.
Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria? Then summon up all your courage. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 aims to take the successful video game adaptation to another level. With
Oh, this is a preview, not like a trailer. That's my mistake. I can't re-record that.
iconic characters
Screw
await
it.
us. And how will the story continue? This video will update you on the latest news. One thing is for sure, Part 2 will need to put in a lot of effort to surpass the success of its predecessor.
This was dumb. Let me just say, this just reminded me, this was dumb. Um, I have I don't know what it's called, but I have like a fear of like things in the darkness, like anything with a face, anything with. So like as a kid, when my parents used to leave the house, bro, there was like pictures everywhere. I used to take them down. I used to flip them around so they weren't looking at me. It felt, and it's the same with like teddy bears or stuff like that. I I've gotten over it. I say that, but there isn't really pictures that like of people's faces anywhere near me or any teddy bears or nothing like that. So I don't even think I've gotten over it. I just um not had that in anywhere near me since. But yeah, I would never try look into an animatronic's mouth. You are crazy. This is a deserved death, not gonna lie. You deserve this. You put yourself in that situation.
After all, with box office takings of almost $300 million, it was the most lucrative movie of all time for the horror production company Blumhouse. Let's recall, in the first part,
Bloomhouse, man. I hear a lot of like sketchy things about that company. Apparently, like they do like terrible movies, and it's terrible horror movies. Apparently, it's like whole like racketeering thing or something, or like they're trying to like it's like money laundering and trying to wash cash using like doing just crappy movies. It's crazy theories about it, but all I know from it is just their movies are genuinely like terrible. Like they just do horror movies that do a lot of jump scares.
We meet Mike Schmidt, who takes a job as a night guard in a rundown diner. He soon discovers that the animatronics inside are possessed by the souls of deceased children and finds himself in a desperate struggle for survival. Although critics were rather unimpressed with the first movie, fans were mostly satisfied. The reactions were correspondingly positive when lead actor Josh Hutcherson officially confirmed in January of this year that preparations for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 had begun. The exciting part, of course, is what the sequel will be about. We are also going to discuss the events in the games.
That is weird to me. I like how like it's very eerie when you watch it. It's very eerie, but like it's not too serious, and then you kind of get to know these characters. Man, I kind of want to do a deep dive of like FNAF lore.
So if you want to avoid any spoilers, we recommend skipping straight to the next section. In fact, there are already some clues regarding the plot. Director Emma Tammy mentioned in an interview with Variety magazine that the planned sequels will be strongly based on the individual parts of the video.
Apparently he's one as well. He's a YouTuber as well. I don't know him. I've never seen his stuff, but apparently this guy's a YouTuber. Dude, if I'm wrong and I've got the wrong guy, screw me.
Individual parts of the video game series. Rumor has it that Mike's brother Garrett will play a central role. His soul is said to be in Balloon Boy, a character who made his first appearance in the second game and provided plenty of scares. It is also expected that other new characters will be introduced. At the end of the first movie, a distorted voice gives clues that result in the phrase, "Come find."
That's nice, man. They're putting like Easter eggs like that. That's gonna fly over my head when I see the second movie. Probably they're gonna have other Easter eggs that I'm not sure. But yeah, apparently this is a character. To me, this scene was just okay. It's a doll with a scary face, man.
Introduced. At the end of the first movie, a distorted
That was me though as a kid. Flipped everything around. Don't look at me.
voice gives clues that result in the phrase, "Come find me." Also, the song My Grandfather's Clock can be heard, which is obviously familiar to fans of the game series. In the games, this melody fends off one of the nastiest villains in the entire Five Nights at Freddy's universe. We are, of course, referring to the Puppet. Its introduction as a possible antagonist in Part 2 could link to the video game and is likely to arouse enthusiasm among fans. Moreover, the production published a post showing the shape of an animatronic head, which strongly points to the character Toy Chica. This character first featured in Part 2 of the video game and is described
Chica. Oh, people are crazy about Chica. I know that much. Oh man, I've seen small clips of like fan animated videos about Chica, and dude, these kids are thirsty. Like, what the hell? Plus the I Show Meat situation happened. I know about that. It was apparently him shouting Chica. Dude, this fandom is crazy, man.
described as a more child-friendly and improved version of Chica the Chicken. However, she is by no means particularly child-friendly, as she is every bit as bloodthirsty and sadistic as her peers. Recently, the first teaser poster for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was finally published. It shows another new character. Just like Toy Chica, Toy Freddy is a kind of cutesy version of the original. We can assume that William Afton will play a far greater role than in the first movie. He was a co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment. Toy Freddy Nights at Freddy every bit as bloodthirsty and...
Oh my god. Here's me. Wait, this is Chica in the movie? It makes sense, I guess. They want to turn it down. But for the life of me, I did not. It didn't click in my head. It really didn't. I bet that some fans were disappointed, let's just say.
It shows another new character. Just like Toy Chica, Toy Freddy is a kind of cutesy version of the original. we can assume that William Afton will play a far greater role than in the first movie. He was a
Shaggy.
co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment, and together with Henry Emily, ran the company Afton Robotics, which produced animatronics and endoskeletons. The company also ran several pizzerias where the animatronics performed stage shows. On the surface, Afton presented himself as a friendly businessman, but in reality, he was a cruel serial killer. His victims were mainly children, whom he murdered with the help of his animatronics and then hid their corpses in the machines. As the bodies were never found, he escaped punishment. In part 1, however, Afton appeared under an alias, Steve Raglan. This allowed him to manipulate people like Mike Schmidt and pick them as victims. When he died, Afton merged with one of his own half-animatronic costumes. His soul was then sealed into the suit, and his body merged with the machine. The menacing character Springtrap resulted from this fusion. This allowed him to live out his murderous desires. However, it is not yet known whether this will actually be the subject of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 film. The main characters from the predecessor also returned for the sequel. Among them are Josh Hutcherson as Mike and Matthew Lillard as William Afton. Piper Rubio will once again take on the role of Abby, while Elizabeth Lale plays Vanessa. Alongside the familiar cast, some influencers are also expected to make an appearance again. This time, Mark Fish.
Please don't make credentials. Yeah.
Back, aka Markiplier, who was unable to take part in the first movie due to scheduling reasons, will also finally be involved. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will once again be directed by Emma Tammy. Legendary horror icon Jason Blum is overseeing the project again as a producer. Filming has been ongoing since October 2024, as confirmed by Matthew Lillard in an interview on the YouTube channel JB and Millie. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will hit movie theaters on December 5th, 2025. If you're looking to bridge the waiting time a bit more, you might want to check out the new game, Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic, which will likewise be released next year. Well, if you ask us, we are carefully optimistic. There don't seem to be any major changes to the team or the concept compared to Part 1. The sequel should thus offer the same as its predecessor, a detailed realization of the games, which will be
I've never played the games. I know how they work. I'm pretty sure I've seen a couple of gameplay like videos here and there. It did seem like it was just bringing Five Nights at Freddy's to life. It's probably going to be good if they're keeping the same team. It's probably going to be like it's not amazing stuff because it's Bloomberg and they like to make cheap movies because they make a lot of money. Cheap horror movies make a lot of money. But yeah, it's not going to be terrible. Hopefully, it's just going to be like it's a gimmick. Let's just say it's Five Nights at Freddy's. It's a little gimmick, a little side quest that you could just watch.
particularly interesting for fans of the game series, with plenty of
I say that as someone who's not a fan, but obviously fans are going to be going crazy over this.
hidden Easter eggs. However, if you weren't already impressed by the first film, you probably shouldn't hope for anything special from Part 2 either. But perhaps there are enough Freddy fans to make another hit movie. In that case, we can certainly expect a few more Five Nights at Freddy's movies in the coming years, given the extensive game material. What do you think? Was the first movie your cup of tea, or was it more of a flop? And what details from the games do you really wish to see in the sequel? Let us know in the comments, and like the video if you enjoyed our little preview.
Yeah, it's I didn't find it amazing. I'm not a fan. Maybe I do like a deep dive video into FNAF lore. Who knows, man? Who knows? Before this movie comes out. It comes out in 2025. Only a preview, no trailer, so it's going to be a long time. I've got plenty of time to deep dive into this. Probably not going to play it. I don't like horror games that like do jump scares. I just don't like them. It's like cheap stuff. Like, it's a jump scare. Okay, man. I like eerie stuff, like something that's like a slow burn that's like eerie, like you start to feel like shivers on your spine, like something is watching you when you're playing the game. That's the stuff I like. Not like, turn the corner, there's a face. Anyway, we'll leave off there. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Check out the Discord. You can suggest any videos for me to watch. Obviously within YouTube TOS. And no naked yoga, please. And consider subscribing as well. Help me reach 500 subs by Christmas. That would be amazing. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.